see. Maybe. Not yet. Let's see if it's working. There we go. It is live. I always have to wait and see. So, okay, so I have this, I just got a new O light. Let's see. Let's see if that one works. Oh my gosh, so much better. I got this O-ring light a while back and I just never have hooked it up. And so, but oh my gosh, I look so tired. Anyway, so I wanted to get on here and do a little thing with the Kleenex holders. So I wanted to remind you guys that Celebration ends next week. So if you want to get any of your free items, whether they're stamp sets, whether they're my brain is turning off because it's Friday. Whether they're stamp sets or paper or any of the free items you get when you buy a $50 or more item. It's really, really a good, it's a really good option if you want to, you know, get some free stuff. Spend $50, you get a free item. And then of course, if you spend $100, there's a different kind of free item you're qualified for. But as those numbers start to dwindle, they'll just sell out. They don't replace those or replenish those. Once they're gone, they're gone. So I just wanted to remind you guys of that so that you can make any purchases you need. And I have our host code for today, which is this one here, 4ERCXNAH. And go ahead and order, you know, whatever you need. You can also order paper pumpkin, by the way. And the other thing I wanted to mention was buying the starter kit. If you buy the starter kit this time, you will be getting almost $200 worth of stuff for $99. You get to choose $125 worth of stuff. You pay $99. You get $125 worth of stuff of your choosing, anything you want. Then you also get a free paper pumpkin, free shipping, and then on top of that, you also get a free bundle. And that bundle is on average between, I want to say it was like $35 and $60. The gingerbread one is really big, and I know that one's like 60 something dollars. So you could get almost $200 worth of stuff for only $99. So, I mean, that's a really good deal in buying the starter kit. I kind of see it as like your Costco membership. You go ahead and you pay your fee, you get your discount, you get your, and then on top of that, after you buy your starter kit, you get a discount on anything else you want to buy. That includes any paper pumpkin, that includes anything you purchase from Stampin' Up. Then you also get to be a part of our team meetings, which are fun, and our community of crafters. So I always keep recommending people buy that starter kit. I mean, that's how actually I joined Stampin' Up, was just because I wanted to get the free items. I spent $99 and I got a bunch of free stuff. In this situation, it's a huge bonus. $99 and you're getting $200 worth of stuff. So I just wanted to give you guys that heads up. You're more than welcome to check it out. If you click on fabulousstamper.com and click join my team, you'll see more details. It's really, really pretty impressive. So so that's the plan. And remember, if you would like to, every time you comment and share my videos, I put you in for a drawing for the items that I make in that video. So this time I just wanted to make Kleenex tissue paper boxes. And they're pretty cute. They're simple, but I had some different ideas, which I'll show you in a second. So let's go ahead and get started. And yeah, that's it. Okay, so hopefully this looks good. So I originally found these little tissue boxes I found these tissue boxes or tissue packets. There were 6 of them for $1 at CVS Pharmacy, which is a, it's kind of like a Walgreens. There we go. It's kind of like a Walgreens or Rite Aid. It's just a different brand. And so I found these and I thought, oh, I should do some tissue paper holders for my videos. And 6 of them. Now, technically, I could just give these away, but I always want to do something crafty. So why not make some little containers? Now, these are the ones that I made, but honestly, they're not cute enough. They're fine. They get the job done, you know, they're cute enough. You just wrap a little cardboard, construction paper around and add a little embellishment. But honestly, I wasn't feeling it. I made these and I'm really not happy with them. I'll still give them away to someone. I'm just felt like I needed to do something a little bit better. So I came up with some different ideas after I thought about it for 24 hours and I made something better. So we're going to go ahead and get out our, oh, and by the way, it's when you're measuring your Kleenex packet, if you can't find the Halloween ones, I just thought it was awesome that I found these Halloween ones. And it was really this Sugar Skull Dia de los Muertos one that got me inspired because I thought how cool it was. And Dia de los Muertos is technically like a Mexican holiday, really. They don't celebrate it all over in every Spanish-speaking or Catholic Hispanic Catholic country. It's just mainly in Mexico. So I got distracted. So I was really inspired by this one. I thought it was really cool. And if you look up the history of it, it's really neat. The skulls are not scary. It's actually your loved ones visiting you. It's not like you would think in a scary way. So if you don't have these tissue papers, that's okay. You can still do the activity. You just would need to get a different set. I got 8 of these at the Dollar Tree. Now they're thinner. They are thinner. And they're not technically Halloween colors, but that's not really the point. The point is just to give a little packet of tissue instead of giving candy. It would be a good idea for, you know, colleagues at work to have a non-candy option as much as it is for kids. I don't know how excited kids would be over Kleenex, but who am I to say what a kid would like? You know, they might be like, oh my gosh, that's super cute, you know? So it's just a thought. So remember, you can also get a pack at the Dollar Tree. So the measurements I'm going to give you are for this particular pack, but I'm going to show you how, you can see this one is a little bit longer. This one is also a little bit narrower. So you really have to measure for the packet you have. I'll show you how to do mine. So if you find these, you can do it. But the Kleenex brand will be a different size as well. It's always going to change up just a little bit. So I literally just measured the width. I knew the width of them all are about 2 inches wide, even for this one. This one's about 2 inches. And then I had to measure the length, and the length was, it looks like the length is like about 3 1/4. Okay, so the length is 3 1/2, and the width or the height, it looks like it's 1 inch. It's kind of hard to say. It's a little under 1 inch when you squish it. You see, like it's a little bit under 1 inch. This one here, when I made these, I made some of these just recently, and it looks like 1 inch when I just hold the ruler, but actually it's about 3/4 of an inch. So each one you have to measure according to your, you have to measure it according to your individual packet. So what I did is I went ahead and I grabbed I cut out all my paper. We're going to do a couple. So I cut out all my paper. Okay, and I cut these to 3 3/4 inch wide by 7 inches long. Okay, and then we need to score them. And scoring them is a little tricky unless you're paying attention to the width. So actually, that's why I made this as a sample. I have another one over here that was a sample somewhere for my other one. So that you make a little sample, try it out in the white, see if you like it, see if it's going to fit your packet. And if it fits it, cool, this is the size I need. I have another one that I made for one of these other ones from the Dollar Tree, and it had extra lines on it because I made it too wide. So, you know, make a template. Make your own template and sample first with your plain white instead of using your nice cardstock. So we're going to go ahead and score this at 1 1/4. Let me get my cutting blade away. So we're going to score this at 1 1/4, 2 1/4, 4 1/4, and 5 1/4. Okay, and we're going to do that for all of our pieces. I don't know if I'm going to use the bumblebee, but we're going to do a few, and then there's going to be some coloring on one of them. And so it's not really that difficult of a design. The problem was designing the actual stamping that I wanted to do. That part was the trickiest part. I definitely want to do a pumpkin pie one. Okay. And so just like a little assembly style, I go through, I start cutting all my stuff, measuring all my stuff. Ooh, this one is sturdy. I think, well, we can put that on the inside. It looks like I set it down on a stamp or something. I might not even use this yellow one, we'll see. I got a little distracted and I was trying to match the colors of my packages too precisely, and that got me a little off track. So as you can see, I tried to match the pumpkin with the pumpkin, but as I thought more about it, and all this is I just made my own designer series paper using the pumpkin stamp. That's all I did. And over here I made my own designer series paper using the skull. But what I really was trying to do was focus on this sugar skull, which I love. I think the sugar skull is cute. So even though this design is good enough, I felt like I needed to have a better design. So we'll go ahead and I'll take the purple one first. And we'll go ahead and stamp. I'm going to just take my black Memento ink. This is Highland Heather paper. And I was going to do the tone on tone like I did here, but I just felt like it didn't look as cute. I just needed something better. So what I did is I took we're going to be using this one here is the Cutest Halloween stamp set, but we're also going to be using the spider web and the bat from the Banner Year stamp set. I have used this a bunch of times already, and we might even use, let's see, does it say Happy Halloween? No, just Happy Haunting and Boo. Then we might use something from here. We'll see. I'll decide in a minute. But we're going to be using those two stamp sets. So what you're going to do is you're just going to stamp. I'm just going to stamp my spider web all over it and make my own designer series paper. And I know I'm stamping in a line, but it's rough. It's not exact. Then I'm going to stamp in some opposite sides. This is if you want your pattern to be sort of symmetrical, but it's totally up to you. I just found it was easier to keep track when I did it in an angle like this. I love the idea of making my own design, my own paper, because you never really would have thought of it, you know, like if you don't have a paper that matches, you can make your own. So this one will have all spiders on it, spider webs. And you see, it's not actually perfect. There's some gaps in here, but that's okay. It's going to be folded. No one's going to notice. So what I wanted to do is, so I've got this designer series paper. We'll put that one off to the side. Then I wanted to do this one here. Let's go ahead and let's do some bats on here. Oh, you know what? I can also do some candy corn. Let's see. I think the candy corn one would look good on this one. We'll do some candy corn and maybe some spiders on this one. So I'm just going to stamp all my, oops, I need the pumpkin. That's what I need. And I'm hoping that the pumpkin will stamp okay on this. I'm hoping that the orange is dark enough. Yeah. So we'll stamp some candy corns. Okay. Then let's go ahead and stamp some spiders. We'll make a different design on this one. And you can rotate them so they don't look totally the same. I like that too. Change it up. I tend to try and do it in a diagonal just because I can keep track and I don't run out of space. Every so often I'll run out of space and there's a little gap, but oops, I need to do the spiders here again. So we'll do this. We'll do the spiders here again. Okay, and I think I want some of the spiders coming off here. Because I like it when then it doesn't look like too contrived. Okay, and so we're doing all our stamping first before we do any gluing. And you see the design of this to me is a little bit better than the other design that I had, where it was just the tone on tone. This was purple on orange, and on the pumpkin, oops, I stamped that spider wrong. Oh, well, good thing that's on the back side. Actually, and the sad part is that also meant I put some black in my pumpkin ink. So as you can see, I put some black in my pumpkin ink. Luckily it was stamped off, but I'm going to try and get some of it out. Try and get as much of the black out as I can. It happens to the best of us. And the pumpkin will spread out, but I did get a little bit of black in there. There we go. I've got most of the black out. Because I handled it right away, I was able to peel most of it out. Okay, and then we have this one here. I think what I'll do on this one is maybe some bats. I should have put some spiders on here. I think I will. Let me see if I can put some spiders on here. Let's see. I wonder if I can put one right on top. Let's put it on the back and see. Ooh, it doesn't look good. No, it doesn't look good to have the spider on the spider web. Let's see about, let's do spiders and spider webs. Oh, I did it again. I'm just not paying attention. Okay, I'm going to close that orange so I don't put the black in the orange again. Dang. Maybe I'll just do spiders, bats, and I'll just do a variety this time. We'll put some spiders, some spider webs. also put some bats. I love this little bat from Banner Year. I think it's a great small stamp. There we go. Having the spider in between is better. Okay. So we're just going to make our design. Okay. Let me put some bats here. Okay, and the spiders. And spider web again. Let me get him half on. And this is the back, so I actually kind of rushed it a little bit, but that's okay. Some of that part will get covered up. So there we go. We have our basic design for, and the black one, I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with the black one, which is a little fancier. So what we're going to do is you're going to fold on your score lines. That's why I did all my stamping first. So you're going to fold everything on your score line, okay? And you're going to take your tear and tape. Okay, so with the tear and tape, you're going to put one. Okay, so when I'm folding it, I want to have one on this edge and one on this edge. Let me make sure. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to put one on this inner edge. And the reason why I'm using two is because of the puffiness of the Kleenex. Sometimes this will pop up a little. So another option that I've used when I made a bunch of Kleenex box tissue holder things for my niece's wedding. And because I was doing so many, I actually didn't use the tear and tape. Instead, I used hot glue, which is also a really good, strong alternative. And I just put a tiny bead of hot glue here, and then I folded it down. And that was the way for me to get a good, nice seal on my Kleenex box without a lot of expense, because hot glue is cheap and you can do a lot with it. So we'll do the same here. Okay. And let's see, I want that covered. So we're going to put a piece of tear and tape down on this one because I want to cover up that little mistake spider. Okay, and then we're going to put one on the inside. And that, just those two pieces of tear and tape really hold it down quite nicely. Just gonna fold it over like that, fold it flat, and those two little pieces just come off and we're good to go. And so there's my second one. I mean, it's real simple. It's just a small piece of construction paper or cardstock without it being too expensive. So these are also really great for a baby shower. You see I have this one mistake one, so I'll put the tear and tape right over that, and that way it'll get covered up by the other cardstock. And put the tear and tape on that one. so that's all we're doing. I should get my tweezers. I love my tweezers because they peel everything off so easily. There we go. And you see, you just press it down firmly and you'll have your nice little tissue box holder. So all I was going to add to these was a very simple tag. So I have a couple options for tags. On these ones, I had just used a different color and put Hey Boo, but I think I might do, I can do Hey Boo, but I think I'm going to do it in a color. And then I also have a little, no, it's not. Maybe I need that, but I'm looking for my little piece. Maybe it fell down. My cat's knocked some things over. So I'll show you how to do the Dia de los Muertos ones in a minute. So we have Hey Boo. We also could use Trick or Treat or have a Fabulous Halloween. That one's my favorite. So we'll go ahead and we'll use that one. And yeah, we'll use that one. Okay, this one is, I needed a long one for this one. Have a Fabulous Halloween. And let me get a couple of these out. And we'll put Trick or Treat, I think, on the others. Because I want just a contrasting color. So I have a little pumpkin here that I stamped earlier. I need to color in his little, we'll do another one, but I need to color in his little stem. Okay, so let me punch him out. Oh, this one might not fit. So when we've got like a piece like this that won't fit in exactly, what you do is you take a piece of a sticky note. You just take a sticky note. Again, this is my little trick. I can't seem to fit my pumpkin right into the slot with my fingers, so I'm just gonna put him in and gauge where his stem is, where his bottom little rounded pieces are, and then the sticky note just helps you reach and angle it. Oops. I needed to move that. Stamps that off. There we go. So there we go. And so I've got my little pumpkin. And let's see, which one does this? I don't think I want to put it on that one. Do I want to put it on this one? I think I might want to put it on this one here. So we'll stamp Have a Fabulous Halloween, and I think we'll stamp it in orange. Or what about in purple? And highlight Heather. I think that's good. Just any kind of contrast is always nice. Let's see if it fits on here. It probably will, yep. Yeah. I just love this one because Fabulous Stampers obviously is my nickname for my, and so there we go. And so I can just add that on as my little tag. Okay, Have a Fabulous Halloween. And I might actually add, I think I might add a little bit of Gorgeous Grape and possibly the Organdy, just to give a little something extra to the, yeah, I think we'll do that. So just adding a little extra something is usually, so I don't want it as long as this, but let me cut the end off. But I do want it to kind of pop out from the side. let me cut this one off. And remember, if you don't want any fraying on your ribbons, the best way to do it is to, there we go. So you see, I'll make a little flag. Oh, I should put my Kleenex inside. I'll put the ghost one in here. Okay. So in order to prevent the fraying, you take a little lighter and you hold it to this edge here, and that'll seal it so that it doesn't fray. Okay. And we're gonna put have a fabulous. You see, having that little bit of ribbon just adds a little something to my tag. So I've still got the nice design, but I've got a little, and then the purple ties it in here. I just didn't think a long one would be good. All right, so let's get some glue dots down. I could even take a little piece of tape, actually. I think I might take a little piece of tape because I'm going to cover it. So I'm just going to make sure these are popping out. And I'm going to tape that a little bit down. Let me press it from the inside too. Just a little tape. Then I'm going to pop this up on a dimensional as well as the pumpkin. So let me add the pumpkin to this end here, and then we'll put dimensionals along the whole thing. So let's see. Let me make sure this is overlapping. There we go. There we go. Yeah. And this pumpkin will cover up any of that tape. Okay. So let's get our little glue, put it on the edge here. Okay. Put my little pumpkin. Put my little pumpkin on. Come on. There we go. And then we'll add some dimensionals all across. I don't want to go all the way to the end because part of it hangs off. All right. But you see, I'm adding, it's still Halloween without making it too matchy-matchy. And I love that. Okay. So there we go. So I have my little Halloween tissue holder for that one. Done. Okay. So that one's done. We can set that one aside. Then we have this one here. I could also do a little cat. There's a couple options of what I can do for my little add-on piece. Let's see. Do I want to do a cat, or do I want to do? I already did a pumpkin. I don't think I want to do a cat. I think I want to do another pumpkin, but maybe not in orange. Maybe I'll do this pumpkin in, or no, maybe I'll just do the skulls, because that's the one I've been wanting to show you guys. I'll do the skulls. Okay, so the skulls are a little more detailed. So I'm going to draw a couple. I'm going to stamp several because they require a lot more detail. And so the Dia de los Muertos. So, you know, you can keep it simple or you can make it more challenging. And then, of course, you can always, I could have easily cut out the pumpkin from this page here. And actually, I could do that one right now. I could easily punch out this cat and put that one on the top of my, you know, as I just like that this cat already had all of its whiskers and everything ready. So I can easily decorate one of mine with that. Yeah, I think we'll do that for the other one. Okay, and so we've got to cut out several of these Dia de los Muertos. Oh, I need the black still. Dia de los Muertos skulls. And what we're going to do is when we're doing the skulls, you see I've just got the head of the skull here. Okay, so then there's this little dot. And I'm not quite sure what the dot was for on the Cute Halloween. You see that little dot? I'm not quite sure what the dot was for. Because here's the cat face, here's the pumpkin face, here's the, you know, skeleton or jack-o'-lantern faces. I'm not sure what this little dot was for. But I have decided it's going to be the eyes for our skeletons. Okay. And the reason why I'm doing it this way is because here in San Antonio, well, and in Mexico, you have your Dia de los Muertos sugar skulls, and which are candy skulls. They're skulls made out of sugar, and you decorate the grave of your loved ones with them. And it's just a decoration you often have around for Dia de los Muertos. It's not the same as All Saints Day. All Saints Day is a little different. Is very different because that's a religious holiday. Dia de los Muertos is just, you know, you believe, if you watch the movie Coco, it explains it best. You believe that your family members come back to the altar you make for them on Dia de los Muertos, which is November 1st. And All Saints Day is November 2nd. Excuse me. So, so it's just a different kind of, a different type of holiday. And I just love it. I think it's really sweet and respectful to remember your ancestors. And the movie Coco has a lot of clarity of what a lot of it means. So I'm drawing the teeth because the teeth we have in our kit is not enough. Okay. Sometimes I can get 8 teeth, but many times I can just get 6. Depends on my lines. And I'm using the Stampin' Write marker, the black, basic black Stampin' Write marker. Now, this is not as cute as our little cute skeletons in the stamp set. But I also like that it had a different purpose. So, okay. All right, so I've got all my little teeth. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to decorate them like sugar skulls. Yeah, I want this one to have Dia de los Muertos in that one too. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the cat on this one. Let me see if I can punch up this cat. Yeah, see, that one was at the edge, so I could easily punch out that cat. Okay, so we have our black cat, and let's see what's sentiment. I think the same thing. The have fabulous would be good. We'll just stamp that same thing with the Highland Heather. I just want to finish that one before I put it aside. Oops, I got some cat hair on. Okay, and so we have our tag, we have our cat. So let's see. I think what I'm going to do with this one is, let's see, I have the red. I think I'll do the Highland Heather. This one I'll do the Highland Heather, or I guess I could do the black and white. Now this one is on back order right now, the black and white. but it will be available soon. Another thing you can do with this particular ribbon is you can actually, let me make sure that's long enough. You can color it. So I could, with the blends, if you take your blends markers, you can color them so that you could this could be purple or orange if I wanted. I just take my blends and color them. And so here I'm going to chop off a little edges. Let's chop off this edge and that edge. I need my other scissors. I need my good scissors. There we go. And so I have my little Highland Heather blends here. And you see, I can easily color this ribbon. And there, now I have a purple checked ribbon. When it dries, it'll be really perfectly purple and it won't rub off or anything. And so it's just an option with the checked ribbon. So that was perfect. Oops, there's my cat. And so I'm a messy workspace today. Normally I'm not totally this messy. So we'll go ahead and we'll put our little striping here. And a little bit of tape goes a long way. Let's see, I don't think I want, I think I'll get a little bit of that purple of this is the fresh freesia. I think I'll get this one too. And so we'll go ahead and we'll take our little hook. I just like the idea of having two together. I just think they look good together. All right, and we'll tape that down. Okay, and then we'll add our sentiment, which has disappeared among all the scissors. There it is. Okay, and so we'll just have this popping off the side here with the cat. Oops, some of that is showing. Some of that tape is showing, so I'll tuck it under. There we go. And so again, you can always use a dimensional, different things. I think, yeah, if I move it out a little bit, the cat will cover any of that tape. And that way I don't have anything showing. So let me go ahead and add my cat. Let's see, do I want him like this or do I want him like that? Yeah, I think I'll add them straight. I'm so glad you guys tuned in. Okay. All right, so that is glued down. We'll add the dimensionals to the cat and to our tag. You know, and there's lots of different options you can use. Once I'd made those other ones, I just was not happy with them. So I thought it was better if I just tried to just find a way to jazz these up so they just have more of an impact. If I'm gonna, you know, give them to a friend, I want them to be cute. So how can I fix that? How can I make them cuter? And if your ribbon doesn't stay in place, you can also always put a little glue dot and that'll be enough to hold it in place. Okay, Like these ones are really flying off the side, but that's okay. You can see more of the spiders there. Okay, so we've got two down. Okay, and I'll put the jack-o'-lantern in there. So 2 down, and just different same basic concept, right? Now the last one is the most complicated one, like I was showing you with the Dia de los Muertos Skeletons, or the last 2 technically. So what I did was I made my little skulls, okay? And then the Dia de los Muertos skulls usually have like flowers or hearts or different things around the eyes, and they have like little dots and designs, okay? So in this case, I'm gonna make some pink flowers around the eyes of this one. Let me start over here. And I actually didn't color these in because I think it looks better when they're not colored in. Okay, so I made my little flower. And it doesn't have to be perfect. You just try your best, okay? I'm gonna do flower on that one. And on this one, I think I'm gonna do like a sunflower. Okay, and so it's not really a sun, it's more like a starburst, I guess, or sunburst. But again, it's just, this is how you do it, you know, when you make any of these. Let's see, and on this one, I think I'm going to take the purple and I'm just going to go around the eyes with just dots and not actually a flower. Okay, and then let's see. Let me go ahead and see. I think I'll do like some little, I think I'll take this blue one. And again, you're just freestyling. You can look at designs of sugar skulls to see if you can get a design that you like. Let's do some little triangles here. Just little geometric designs. Sometimes it will have a floral nature. Marigolds are really popular at the, you know, at that time too, for Dia de los Muertos. Oh, also a heart. I think I'm going to put a heart on the top forehead of this one. Okay. Okay. Oh, and I forgot the nose. That's what I forgot. I knew I was forgetting something. All of them need little noses, triangle noses. I knew I was forgetting something. So, to make it more of a skull. And again, you know, you don't have to do it exactly this way. It's just these Kleenex here inspired me to make a little sugar skull craft. And so I think I might make a card with this same kind of design. Let's see, what else should I add? I think I'll take the purple over here and I'll add some streaks. And here I'm going to put some like dots around the edge. This is the Highland Heather blend. I didn't have a Highland Heather. Let me take some orange. I didn't have a Highland Heather. Put orange dots around the flowers. I didn't have a Highland Heather marker. I just had the blend. Let's see. What else? I also have this mint macaron. Let's see what color this looks like when I write with it. Let's see what I want to add. Okay, I think I'll add triangles here. And again, just whatever design you want. There's no rule, and it doesn't have to be perfect. And I think I'm going to take the Bermuda Bay, and I'm going to do like a swirly line here. Okay, I might do that here too. Okay, swirly line here. Okay, so whatever you want to design your little Dia de los Muertos skulls with is up to you, totally up to you. So then you go ahead and you chop them out. We don't have a punch for these, unfortunately. So what you do is you just have to freehand them. And when you're cutting freehand, move the paper, not the scissors. So I'm going to start here. I don't have my little paper snips. I think they're in back order. I've been waiting for them. So I'm using these are super sharp paper scissors. Do not use your ribbon scissors for paper cutting. Just keep a set just for ribbon and a set, you know, actually I have some scissors that are for regular ribbon and then a set for wired ribbon because the wire will dull your blades as well. But paper scissors need to be nice and sharp. Okay, so there's one little skull. It's like the three little, you know, this little piggy, except we'll do it with sugar skulls. So there's something cathartic about coloring. And so remember, you can find these tissues at CVS. That's where I found mine. I don't know if it's at, I've never seen, you know, Halloween Kleenex. So it just happened to be at CVS. But I also found, remember these ones, you can find these at the Dollar Tree too. They're like $8. They have different colors, but it doesn't really matter the color of the Kleenex. It just happened to be that I found these Halloween ones, so I thought I might as well make some cute treat holders, and they're super simple. Okay, and let me cut the last one. I had another one already made, but I've misplaced it. It fell on my desk, or maybe the cats didn't knock something over and it fell out. That wouldn't surprise me either. Such is the life of a cat mom. Okay, there we go. So we have our three little sugar skulls. So what I thought I would do, oh, I forgot. What I thought I'd do is I would wanted to put one on here. And so we'll put one on here with our fabulous Halloween. Okay, where'd that go? And so I think we'll use the black ribbon on this one. Dia de los Muertos. Let me do two of them because I need one more. I'll need a second one. There's also Happy Haunting on your on the banner year stamp set, but Dia de los Muertos skulls are not for haunting. They're actually a positive thing. They're not a negative. So I didn't want the haunting. If I was doing the other skulls, I could easily do the haunting, but all right, so we've got that. And so we could easily just add our little sugar skull here and a little bit of ribbon like we did before. Let's see, do we want organdy ribbon? I feel like I want to use the organdy ribbon if I didn't drop it and toss it somewhere far away. Yeah. I don't think any purple ribbon this time. I think we'll just use this one. So we'll go ahead and I think I'm going to cut this in half to get it folded a little bit better. And so we'll do the same thing as we did before. We're just going to tape, use a touch of tape. There it is. To secure it. And the skull will help cover, and the skull and the little tag will help cover anything. So let me put my skull on the back here with a little glue. And then I also have another design for the last one with the sugar skulls. Let me get that pressed on. And some dimensionals. So I just went nuts with the sugar skulls today and the tissue paper, but it's kind of fun to have this kind of design. So I'm going to put my sugar skull Kleenex in here. And then I'm just going to add my skull to my ribbon tag here. And the tape is just holding the ribbon down, because sometimes the, there we go, perfect. Sometimes the ribbon can just pop up easily, so it's just kind of nice when you have something that's, the tape will hold it down nice and firmly. So those are the three with the designer series paper that we made essentially. So those are the three we made so far. Okay, then the last one that I thought of was just a black design, and I don't even know if I'll add a tag on it or not, but I've got to put the tearing tape. I wasn't sure if I'd have time, but we have a little bit of time. And I just love the sugar skulls so much. I hate to not do the last one. Where's my other? Yeah. And so remember, you do it on the opposite edges. Okay. And if you can't peel it with your nail from the with the tear and tape, I actually use my tweezers to do it. So what I thought would be fun was I thought it would be fun just to have a design of a few sugar skulls on here. And actually maybe I'll do that. Just do it with, yeah, let's just cut this off here and place this down with some glue. So this one I just decided on the fly. I think I might add one more sugar skull, because I was like, I don't like to have even numbers. I just feel like it looks better on a craft. So this one, they have a fabulous Halloween, just perfectly centered right on the edge of the Kleenex container. And then I'm going to put dimensionals on these and add them to the top. Let me get my other, there it is. One more. I have to color one more sugar skull and cut it, which is fine. That'll just take a sec. You just have to design it, do a little design. I thought, how cute is that little sugar skull? I had a lot of trouble designing the box because I just wanted something easy, but I went with my gut and changed it all up, so. All right. So, go ahead and put our Kleenex. Look how cute that little ghost Kleenex is. Again, CVS. Let me design this one really quick. I'll do it similar to the one I already did with the flower eyes. Pink flower eyes. And we have some purple. I love this Pacific Point blue. Let's do some little... Okay, and let's do some Bermuda Bay, like little dots. There we go. All right, so we've got 3 little sugar skulls, and we'll just put some dimensionals on the back of them and see where we want to place them. And then we're done. That one is cute. I think this one's my favorite. Here I made all these other ones with all that stamping, and in the end, my favorite is the last one we did. So let me grab some dimensionals. I think the sugar skull one is the winner. The other ones are fine too, but you know, this is what happens sometimes when you're designing. You're just kind of, you know, as you go along, you'll come up with a different idea. Oh, that one is my favorite, absolute favorite. Yep, that one's it. That's the winner. The sugar skull is the winner. So remember, you can pick up any of your supplies at fabulousdeborah.com, and you put in the host code. Put in this host code, and so you see. So you know, we have a few different designs here, obviously. So we have, if you don't like the skull, you can easily just do the. You could do the, you know, pop this out of the designer series paper, or you can stamp your own pumpkin. You can stamp your own cardstock if you don't have one, or you could even branch out and make little sugar skulls. And I think these ones are my favorite by far. And so they're a little more involved, but that's okay. They still are very fun. And remember, this is what we started with. We started with these ones here, these, which look so boring next to these ones here, in my opinion. I feel like these look kind of blah next to these ones. So I'm glad that I went ahead and branched out to do a little bit more. So I think I'm going to do some sugar skull cards next week. That sounds really fun. So anyway, well, thanks for tuning in. Good, we like made it with, I mean, I hate that we took an hour, but overall, I still am really happy with how these turned out. And feel free to pick up any of these, any of the supplies you need. This is the organdy ribbon, this is the gorgeous grape ribbon, and this is the fresh freesia ribbon. Feel free to pick up any of these at your at stampinup.com and just use this host code and select me as your demonstrator. That really helps me out. I really appreciate all your support, because it does help me just in liking my stuff, following my stuff, and maybe one day you'll sign up for a class, but if not, that's okay too. So, oh my gosh, so cute. All right, guys, have a great day. Thanks for tuning in.